Well, hey, man, let's go ahead and get into Love and Hip Hop ATL. All right, y'all. So they opened up the show with Miss Spice. Spice got a lot of good things going on for her right now. She done bought her a home. She done brought her kids over to ATL, so they're now finally able to live with her. Spice got a new record coming out with Shaggy, so she's promoting that. Things are going well for Miss Spice. In addition to that, she got her a boo honey. I'm like, okay, so it looks like what we learned is that he was a producer or something with Love and Hip Hop ATL. And that's how the two of them ended up connecting and now in a relationship. But I got some words for him, so we go wait a little later. When it gets to Yandy and Rasheeda are sitting down, catching up about their kids. Yandy brings up Infinity and, you know, all of the issues going on with Infinity and how Infinity wants to be with the family, but Yandy doesn't feel like she can give her that right now at this time. I don't know what other storyline Yandy could really present, but I am starting to be over the talks about Infinity as her storyline. But that's what we're dealing with. I feel like we're going to be dealing with that for the rest of the season. I really want Yandy to usher in something else. Something else. I'm kind of tired of the talk surrounding this Infinity. But those are my thoughts. Y'all leave y'all down below. Omeretta, she goes to visit her dad's grave. That's where she goes when she needs to get things off her chest, when she needs to get some clarity, when she needs to feel at peace. So she goes to visit her dad. And, you know, she never got a chance to meet him. I believe he died when she was one, at the age of 1. Her sister goes to the graveside with her. You know, they talking things. And her sister kind of convinces her to have a sit down with her mom. And later on, that is what Omeretta does. Her mom actually acknowledges the fact that she didn't have a manual on how to be a parent. She didn't do things right all the time. I also believe that she ended up apologizing to Omeretta. So that was enough for Omeretta and for them two to kind of like move forward into a new direction. So we'll see how their relationship continues to blossom. BK, Scrap, and Safaree, they decided to meet up at an axe throwing spot. I guess they wanted to get some stress off their chest. And axe throwing is really, really fun, actually. But yeah, so they link up and BK talks about, or at least I think it could have been Scrap or Safaree. One of them brought up Sierra. And what BK is now privy to is the fact that she got rid of his ring and pretty much exchanged it for some bracelets and some other jewelry. Okay, so y'all know he's still salty about that, but hearing the marriage situations that's going on with Safaree and Scrap and both of their wives being pregnant at this time, he feels like he's really glad that he dodged that bullet, child. I guess. All right, so then Safaree decides to bring up the baby shower that Sierra is actually hosting for them, but Scrappy seems to not be privy to what's going on. He didn't know anything about it. And I'm like, well, y'all marriage got to be some trouble right now for you to not know that a baby shower is happening for your child. Okay, and then he brings up his music career and how he's been so focused on that. Once a song or an album or anything gets popping, just a little bit of a buzz, he wants to make sure that it completely blows. So he has to put all his energy into that, which is requiring him to not be in the household as much. And Bambi doesn't like that. And what bothers me is that Scrap doesn't understand or see why she doesn't like it. He just wants her to understand where he's coming from because he has to provide and he has to get money and stuff. And I don't think Bambi has an issue with that, but it's like, bro, just hear me out. Sometimes when you leave, it's the most inconvenience of times, okay? This woman has been a stepmama to your daughter, your oldest daughter, and then now y'all got 2 kids and 1 on the way, and then she had those kids. All her kids are pretty much back to back. So she's doing a lot on top of being pregnant, and you want to leave this lady in the house with these 2 toddlers? Okay, now unless it's something out of the story that we're missing where Mama D says she'll come over and help, or her mom will come over and help, or your oldest daughter will come over and help. You know, maybe are we missing something? Was that a conversation that y'all have already agreed on and she's just blowing it out of proportion? I'm not understanding. I don't think that's fair at all. Okay, I think that y'all should at least try and sync your schedules if you can. Okay, but we'll see how this is going to go. Safaree brings up the toxic marriage that he's having with Erica. It ain't getting no better, and it's not by her fault alone. It's by his fault as well, because Safaree has poor communication skills. He don't know how to talk to her. He doesn't know how to handle conflict. If anything, he likes to avoid conflict, running away from the situation as though the issues are not going to still be there when you get back. Okay, so hopefully he agreed to some type of therapy, because baby, y'all need something going on over there, because that don't make no sense. Let's get to Sierra, Bam, and Erica. So Sierra is planning this baby shower, and it's gonna be litty because she definitely plans on getting drunk for her and the ladies that can't drink. Bambi brings up the fact that Scrap may not be making it to the baby shower. So the ladies are confused, like, where is this coming from? Okay. What else happened? Miss Bambi says, well, listen, he always brings up divorce when we get into an argument. So I finally met his match on that day, and I said, you know what, that may be a great idea. She said, I'm not playing. I'm so serious. I've already started the research. Okay. I've already gone this far to find an attorney. I'm not playing with this man. Okay. Because if I got to feel like I'm doing everything by myself in a marriage, then why the hell am I in a marriage if I'm already alone? I'm already a single mama in a marriage. Why am I doing all of this? Hopefully they don't get a divorce, but I understand the frustration. And if he keeps throwing it up in her face, it is a situation where it's like, well, let me give you what it is that you want then. Since you keep talking about it, and since that's something you want so bad, let me give it to you. But Scrap don't want that, because he already know it's cheaper to keep her. Hello, you could barely pay the child support or whatever for Imani. I know you ain't finna sit up here and pay for these three. Baby, it's cheaper to keep her. Y'all better use that money and go get y'all a therapist, okay, and a life coach and whatever else y'all need to get. That's what y'all need to go and do. Y'all need to go get that lady that was over there helping Martell and Melody be good co-parents. Maybe she can help y'all, do better in the marriage, and for Scrap to see that it's a lot on this damn lady with these babies, and she pregnant. Anyway, Scrappy and Bambi, okay, so he stopped by the shop. Bambi wasted no time getting to the point at all. I did not like this scene because Bambi is pregnant. I did not like to see the two of them argue and going back and forth, and him yelling, and it's gonna make her yell more. And it's like the doctor already telling you to not be lifting and carrying this baby upstairs and downstairs and all this and that. So I'm like, girl, I know this stress you putting on yourself yelling at this man and arguing. Like, that's probably gonna be affecting some things too. Okay, so I didn't really like this scene, but we'll go into it. So Scrap already knew what it was going to be, some BS when he came in, just by his demeanor. Something about his demeanor was off. It wasn't a loving, hey babe, hug on you, give you a kid. Like, it was something off about his demeanor. I think he already knew this was going to be some FS, honey. I already know what's going on. She calls him out about abandoning her while pregnant and him always being away for work. Okay, so of course they start arguing. He was like, I had to go to Miami because that's where my label's at. My label's in Miami. I had to go down there and do music. Okay, and she was like, you didn't have to do that. He was like, well, name something that I don't do, or something like that, or that I do that ain't got nothing to do with music. And she was like, drinking and smoking, you ain't got to do that. He was like, yes they do, in the studio, yes they do. And I'm like, no, there are plenty of men that make music in the studio and they don't have to pop anything. They don't have to pop a top on a bottle. Okay, they don't have to pop a lighter to sit up there and smoke. They ain't got to really do all of that. Okay, so I mean, I guess if that's what you want to say, honey. It got so far that they started, Scrap brought up how she got her money for the shop. I said, how did we get here, Deborah Cox? How did we get here? Okay, he started bringing up that CD. Y'all have a terrible. Y'all need to work, okay? Y'all should have been at a couples retreat, okay? Y'all should have been at a couples retreat instead of Rasheeda and Kirk, okay? Instead of Rasheeda and Kirk. And don't forget what, no, I'm going to get to Rasheeda. No, let me say it now while it's on my mind. Speaking of Rasheeda and Kirk, at the baby shower, when Erica started telling them about the issues she had with Safaree, Rasheeda said, she's like, I don't put up with that shit. And I was like, are you sure? You sure you don't put up with it? Because you put up with a whole lot. This whole time y'all been married, girl. So don't sit up there and say what you don't put up with when America already know you put up with every single thing and then some. But we're going to get back to Miss Bambi now. Okay. So like I was saying, with Bambi and Scrap, y'all should have been on couples retreat instead of Rasheeda and Kirk. Y'all needed it the most. We saw y'all at family reunion, but y'all should have been at couples retreat. But let's move on. They started talking about taking low blows about the finances. Miss Bambi had to call him out about his lights being out and her having to pay a coin for him. She said, I always had money before you. I was always helping you out. I believe everything Miss Bambi is saying. I do believe that she showed up, okay? She said, don't ask me about what I bring to the table because I am bringing the table. What do you mean? Okay, so don't ask me those questions. Don't do that. So I definitely believe everything that she said. She also went on to say, listen, I don't even want you at the baby shower. She was like, because your energy is funky is off and I can't deal with it. I don't want none of it around me. And so he was like, man, I'm gonna go because this right here ain't nothing but cap. You straight capping all up in here. I ain't got time for it. Like, I'm not trying to deal with that. I ain't trying to deal with this energy and all that. And all I was thinking to myself is, yo, why is you stressing this lady out? Why is she pregnant? And I'm over here like, Bambi, why is you stressing yourself out while you pregnant? Okay. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, girl. Okay. Safaree and Miss Erica may not be yelling and fussing like that, but she's still stressed out too, honey. So I mean, okay. Spice and her new man, they going strong, but he tells her while they at the house, like, listen, I know you got it, because she really looking forward to get. I think is her first name Grace Hamilton, because that's what she said. She was like, I'm cool with being Grace Hamilton, but so her first name is Grace Hamilton. She was like, I'm cool with being Grace Hamilton, but I'm trying to get back to that blue wig and I'm trying to get back to Spice. What's up? Okay. And he was like, I hear you, that's cute, but it's the way that you be out here gyrating and popping their cootie to all on these men, and I don't really like that. You got to tone that down. And she was like, well, wait a minute, honey, because that's a part of my performance. What you mean? And he was like, but you got a man now, so you can't be doing stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, this lady been doing this thing before she even knew who you were. This lady been doing her thing before she even got on Love and Hip Hop. How dare you try and make this woman try and change up her style on stage just to accommodate you and your feelings when you already knew who it was that you got when you got with him? I'm confused. What? So deep down inside, I'm like, girl, don't change nothing that's going to feed your kids. That's been feeding your kids before his ass, and should his ass go, it's going to continue to feed your kids. So do not change anything. However, if she were to change something, maybe she could not be the person dancing all on people, but she could have her dancers dance all on these people or something. But at the end of the day, I want him to check his balls and check his temperature. Check your balls and check your temperature, sir, because you're just newly found to this relationship. Okay, for you to be trying to make any demands and corrections or anything of that sort. So I didn't really like that energy that he was presenting. But either way, Spice Girl, good luck. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Jock meets up with his son. So y'all know Jock had to close down his club because one of his security guards got shot at. So it must have been some other incidences that has taken place, and that was the last straw over there at Jock's club. That's what it was giving me. What the irony is with the situation is that the person that was shooting, according to Jock, was his son's best friend or really close friend. He got into it with the security guard, and then with him getting into it with the security guard, he shot off. Now, I feel like with this type of friend, either they already a hothead or they feel like they may be just as privileged because they know the owner's son. Like, you can't tell me, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I know the owner, like who you is, all this other stuff. Okay, so he probably was feeling himself and being a bit more arrogant because he knew the owner's son. He was close with the owner's son, and the security and anybody else couldn't say that to him when he comes to the club. Either that or he just a whole off hothead. That's what it was giving. So Jock had to close down his shop because of that. Jock doesn't want his son hanging with this guy because this guy is the reason that he no longer has his business, okay? Or at least he had to close down his business. And that's the way he was able to feed his kids. Mind you, Jock has multiple children. That's not his only child. I think he got 2 or 3 with Cena, and then got some other kids over here and over there. Just know Jock got a lot of kids, okay? So this young boy, his friend got, one of Jock's multiple streams of income shut the hell down. So that's not bringing in anything. If anything, he's taking losses. Okay. His son feels like, you came at me on some raw type stuff or whatever. So I guess he felt as though his dad should have approached him in a different way. Jock is just like, listen, I'm not understanding how you don't understand that this person has jeopardized, business and money. You know what I'm saying? Of how I feed your siblings and you, how I take care of you and your siblings. He's affected that, and you still out here hanging around him. I don't understand how you not understanding that, how you don't get that, right? And so what else happened? His son was like, but you sitting over here fronting in front of the TV. You doing all of this for the TV. You doing all this for the TV. And Jock like, I don't give a damn about these cameras. I don't give a damn about that. Now his son started to get real disrespectful with his dad. And I did not like that. I felt like the son was definitely in the wrong. I don't know the best ways that Jock could go about communicating with his son, because it seems like even when he's trying to have a calming conversation with the boy still don't want to hear it. So he's one of those knuckleheaded teens right now. and is probably not going to hit home until he gets in some serious trouble, or even if he just got locked up for a little bit, like over a weekend, and you ain't even do nothing, but you got in trouble based on affiliation with some other people. So I don't even know what other ways Jock could go about getting his son to see his point. I honestly, I don't even know how he can, what else he can do, because the son feels, to me, he gives off, he gonna do what he want to do. You can't tell him nothing. And he gonna tell his dad, like, I don't know how to tell somebody I love them and then turn around and distance myself or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell you mean you don't know how to tell somebody that? You tell your daddy you love him every day, but you sitting up here disrespecting him just because you don't like that he's over here checking you. So if you can do your daddy like that, you damn sure can do somebody like that that's not blood. What do you mean? It's choices. You don't want to do it. You want to feel loyal to those people that ain't putting that in your pocket or doing a whole lot of nothing for you. Child, but again, I don't know what, I don't even know the best ways. Like, you could try to put him in some type, you know, have him talk to somebody. I feel like Jock tried to bring him out to that event for Ahmaud Arbery, so you could see what be happening out here in these streets. Okay, he tried to bring him to that event, open up his mind, give him a different type of perspective on life, but his son wasn't even open and willing to really show up for that. So I don't even know the best ways that Jock could go about trying to help this child. But either way, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on to the baby shower, honey. We get to the baby shower. Erica and Safaree were supposed to fly in as a family to Miami after the shower was over, but she says that Safaree told her to cancel her flight. And I'm like, what? He told you to cancel your flight and you chose to cancel your flight? Nah, that don't sound like the Erica Mena I know. This man told you to cancel your flight and you canceled it. Or was it because you had something going on with your child as to why you could not fly? Or is it because Miami was a hot spot for the virus and he told you to not do it? Okay. Could that have been it? But y'all still have had issues and stuff like that? Because I'm not trying to excuse Safaree, but something about that sounds a bit fishy. Okay. Because I'm just like, I know damn well Safaree ain't tell you to cancel no flight and you abided by it. No, ma'am. But let's move on. Erica tells the girls that Safaree says that he will forever put himself before her and says, let's separate. Now, that right there was highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful for you to say that to a woman that's carrying your seed. I will forever put myself before. That is not how that's supposed to go in marriage. That is not how that is supposed to go. Girl, did y'all get counseling before you went down this road? That was disrespectful as hell. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, Safaree hears Erica talking all that noise. He feeling a way about it and says that it's bad energy and he ain't trying to be around bad energy, so he finna leave. What? He should have sat his ass right there. You deal with bad energy in that house and you still be in that damn house, whether you in a different room or not. You could have dealt with that energy that was in there. I don't understand how you be out here running amok and then don't want to recognize your faults in situations. I don't understand that. So he decides to leave and head to the airport, and Erica's like, where he going? Everybody else is like, where he going? So he like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with this. He's out. I just think that was messed up because I feel like the baby shower wasn't just about your wife. It was about you and your child. This is for your child more than it's for your wife. So that was effed up. Bambi and Scrap came to the baby shower without rings. They came separately, bringing two separate children. Child, a mess. They came in separately. They didn't talk to each other. Scrap says Bambi put her ring down on the table. So when he was walking out, he saw it and he was like, well, what the hell am I doing? Let me sit it down too. You ain't finna have me out here looking like no fool. So that's what he did. What else happened? Kirk and mendeecees over there trying to encourage Scrap to hang in there, stick in there. Mendeecees said, yeah, ain't nobody tell you it was going to be tough. Nobody said it's going to be tough. I was like, mendeecees, shut the hell up. Shut up. Okay? Because you don't even know if you would hang in with damn Yandy if she had got locked up. So why is you giving advice talking about some damn, nobody said it was going to be easy. Bye. Okay, and then what else? You know, Kirk over there giving his advice. I feel like Kirk could shut up too, but I will give Kirk this. Off of the strength of Rasheeda, even though they've been through a lot of ups and downs, they still married. Okay, but you mendeecees, shut up. Okay, but you know that's all that happened on the episode, y'all. I feel like this Love and Hip Hop episode wasn't too bad, and maybe because we got to see Scrappy and Bambi. Like, when is Mama D coming? Are we even going to see Mama D? I am tired of Yandy and her storyline. I'm not crazy about her. I wasn't crazy about her on New York. I'm really not crazy about her on ATL. So I would rather see less of Yandy and mendeecees because they ain't talking about nothing but infinity. Stop dragging this girl into every single episode. I'm okay with not seeing them if you gave us some Mama D, Scrap, and Bambi. Please, okay? That's all I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. Also, be sure to follow me on my backup page. That's me, Jamie. I might change the name, not sure. But as of right now, it's That's Me, Jamie. So, guys, be sure to follow me over there on my backup page. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.